Players video. Welcome again. It's been a little while since I've done one of these, but I've been busy with holiday stuff. I'm going to play Axiom Verge today, which is a little indie game. I want to say it's Kickstarted, but I don't know. So I probably shouldn't. And came out a while ago. Boy, I didn't prepare for this. I don't have anything to say. Came out a while ago, was well received, 84 on Metacritic. Looks like it came out earlier this year. Pull some stuff up. It's compelling stuff. This is why 20 people watch and nobody else. So, I sort of liked the idea of playing games that I'd never played before. And then I tried it with I Am Bread last week or 2 weeks ago, whenever that was. And I didn't like that. I actually ended up ditching the whole video. Not so much because I didn't like it. It was mostly, to be honest, because of the technical stuff. Apparently, just need to reset the router every couple of days, otherwise it gets bogged down when I do too much stuff like this, and has issues. But so that one didn't turn out very well. But even if it did stay up, it wasn't very good. Not that any of these are that good, but I got lost too much. Didn't know where I was going. That didn't happen so much the first time I tried that on Evil Within. I got a little lost on that one, but not, it didn't take that long, and it wasn't that horrible to watch. But yeah, most of I Am Bread was just me wandering around aimlessly, not knowing what to do or where to go. So I decided that I have there's a cat watching me. I decided that I'm not opposed to doing stuff where I haven't played the whole game, but it's probably better to play into it a little bit so I kind of know what's happening, maybe 20 minutes or so. So I was going to do that for this game. I started it up a couple weeks ago in preparation for this. I was just going to play the first 20 minutes or so and then call it and then do a video. Ended up not being able to get around to the video that quickly, and I've since beaten the game because it's awesome. And I didn't want to stop. So to know that coming into this game is great. It's March 31st, 2015 is when this was released. So it's a little old, but not ancient, certainly. As you can see, well, maybe you can't see from this, but it's sort of Metroid inspired. It's sort of like, what if Metroid was a genre and somebody wanted to do something different with it, and they did, and it turned out great. I'm going to stop talking about it and just let's start. Oh yeah, ignore this. As usual, I'll shut up during the story stuff, although there's no VO, it's just all written stuff here. Probably easier to read without me babbling now. Looks like the Steve on the Death Star. Oh, I didn't make note of the time that I started. Apparently I'm very much out of the swing of this stuff. Alright, so when I say Metroid, I mean very much so, in that even the doors kind of look the same. Sort of level structure is laid out. The map is sort of the same. You can't see the map because the image of me is over it. That doesn't seem good. I don't know how to change that, but whatever. You won't. Just know that there's a map in the upper right corner. Alright, now I have a gun. It's very much like a Metroid gun. Oh, the map. Oh, should I once I get more of it, but so jump is the X button on a PS4, A button on... Oh wait, I guess it's not X button. Oh yeah, forgot to mention that. So this is PS4 only. I think it's also on PC and Mac. And PlayStation Vita maybe too, although nobody has one of those. So jumping is the X button. If you hold the L1 button, you lock into place so that aiming instead of moving you aims. And you can jump doing that too. Nothing else does anything yet. Jump is down, obviously. But other buttons will do things as I play more. Get through here now. These guys even kind of look like little Metroid guys that clung to platforms. I don't know, something I always try and do, I always want to go the wrong way in games that have a lot of exploration. I always want to go the wrong way first. I hate but I can't tell. Like, it makes sense. Obviously you don't want to know exactly where you're supposed to go all the time. But I'm always wrong. Which is nothing against games, more against my own personal judgment. So yeah, we're already starting to see the thing that you see in a lot of Metroid games, which is, I can't get through here, but obviously I'm going to be able to. You sort of assume that it will happen when you get other items. So onward and upward. Another one of those doors. The movement in this game is good. No theme. The movement in this game, the sort of the aiming and the moving, can be done by both the D-pad and the left stick. I feel like it should be the D-pad though. Okay, can't get through there. Because apparently on stuff that I stream you can never tell. That glitchy stuff is not a glitch in the stream, that's a thing that's in the game. So health is that red stealth that you can kind of see over by the thing that I just killed. Some enemies will give you health, some won't. I couldn't figure out if it was fixed or not. It seemed like there would be some situations in the game where the same people gave me health every time I went through the room. Although I didn't get any health until I lost them, so maybe it is somewhat random. And these are what the unlocks look like. Alright, so for weapons, if you hit the right stick, it'll come up with a little radial thing. I'm with radio right now because I only have 2, but as it builds up, it will become more circular. And there are a lot of weapons in this game. Oh, so this gun, I shoot it and it's just a beam. If I shoot it and I hit the shoot button again, it'll explode into a bunch of little things. Which perhaps I already figure out how that's going to be used for these guys. Let you open those types of doors, of which we've already seen a couple. Having beaten the game, I didn't use this gun a ton after the initial use case. Seems too time-consuming and finicky. Oh, that seemed like a good use for it. Go ahead and switch back to the gun that gets the job done. There are a lot of really cool weapons in this game, but I found myself frequently going back to this one. Because sometimes simplicity wins. I think this is going to happen now. So much more efficient. Maybe I should have used it there. Okay, I could have maybe done that better. So there are a lot of hidden items. This one in particular that just showed up here on the bottom behind that thing. I didn't find that until like the end of the game. Oh yeah. Although I don't know what I thought this area was for. When I got through here the first time, I didn't shoot along the bottom of the path. Part of me wants to go collect all of the items, but if they're hidden like that, I don't know how I could do that without going through every room, and I don't know that I want to do that. I might be satisfied with what I've done. Super annoying enemies. Okay, look, an item. So the enemies don't respawn in rooms until you've gone between 2 rooms. So like, these enemies will still be gone in here. Oh, so this is a save point, by the way. These are all over the place. Press up when you're in them, gives you full health saves. The game actually does quite a bit of saving without going into these, but these will also trigger where you show up when you die. And while dying won't be a super big thing at the beginning, it will happen a lot later. The symbol indicates impending boss fight, as does red door. And the bosses are cool. with some of the later ones. And all the bosses kind of get more red as you shoot them more. And they all look neat when they die. Ooh, you know what? I never came back into this room after beating that guy. In fact, there's nothing up there. I bet there's something up there. Alright, so the laser drill will be a thing that you'll use a lot of, to the point where they don't put it in the radio menu here, they map it to a button, which is R2. And it drills through things, giving you access to many, many hidden things. So these types of blocks are always drillable, but you will find sometimes things don't look drillable, and they are. And they hide oh so many things that way. Alright, so we've been in this room before. No room is completely pointless, so like earlier when we saw that room and there was nothing to do in it, that's why. There's a hidden area that one needed to drill to get in. Around here. There it is. The first time I played through this, I didn't go up here until very late in the game. But I think I can get up here now. I don't know if I'll be able to do anything here, but... Yeah. Hey, new gun. Alright, so this one just fires a little, not a very good range on it, but, shoots a little spread gun thing. So this brings up a point that's kind of cool. The first time I played this game, I didn't have this gun till way late. Like I mentioned earlier, I didn't go up into this area, right away when I first had the chance. So I fought several bosses without the use of that gun, which is fine, it needed, but there was one boss that I definitely beat using that gun, which sort of leads to sort of a cool point with the game, which is you can do things differently than other people. If you played this game and you had that gun, you may use it on a boss, but I didn't use it on because I didn't have it. That being said, I've beaten the game now. I don't think I have all the guns. I'm not sure how to put that list. Actually, I found one since finishing the game that I didn't use to beat the game because I didn't have it. I don't know that I would have, it didn't seem very good, but yeah, so they don't, you know, like when you play Metroid, you need to get everything in order to progress. If there's a gun, it is built into solutions, where some of the ones in this are just sort of handy, depending on your solution to things, but you don't need to use any particular thing. There are a couple items that you need to use, like you could not beat the game without the real gun. There's a thing that lets you get past that you couldn't beat the game without, but obviously I couldn't beat the game without this gun, because they built it in the actual solution to something right at the beginning. But as the game progresses further, there's a lot of nice to have that aren't required. There's one particular weapon that I used a ton at the end of the game that I can't imagine not having. But I think I kind of found it somewhere sneaky, so I doubt it's required for anything. Well, I know it's not required for anything, but it'd be really easy to miss. So the map's sort of expanding like you would see a Metroid expanding. You can kind of tell where rooms expand that you haven't been in. Some of them have corners, some of them don't. That's a good way to find secret areas sometimes, when you notice that there's a room, and you feel like you've been to the edge of the room, but you see that the border isn't completely solid. There were a couple times where I swore that was just a mistake in the game. Like, there's absolutely nothing down here. They just got it wrong, but they never got it wrong. Always means there's more. I don't think I can get anywhere here. Hooray. You eventually get quite a bit of health. Oh, so I just switched areas. You can see that little pink area in the upper left into the purple area down below. There are... I don't know how many areas there are. I think there's like 8 or 9 of them. It's a good sized game. It's the longest thing you'll ever play, but it definitely doesn't overstay its welcome. There is meat to it. No, I don't care for these guys. That doesn't seem that bad. I don't care for these guys either. So they're not as bad on flat surfaces. I don't remember where I'm going, by the way. Just seeing how much I can cover. Tricky. I love the guys that give you the big health drops. It's always very welcome. Have I been here already? No. It'd be fun to get to another boss. sure if I ever came back here in the last game. And the weird thing with starting this over is revisiting a lot of these early rooms that I didn't go to for a while, thinking, did I ever come back here when I had stuff? So on the map there is a reminder thing, like I can set a little reminder in this room to come back later. I never really used that. I went 2 rooms away. But I would recommend using it. Although you only get 2, like at this early in the game, odds are a lot of the stuff that I'm seeing that I can't necessarily get back to, I won't be able to get through for a while. Won't be getting through that for a while. So yeah, 2 reminders could get used up real quick if you wanted to set something for every room that you had something you couldn't get through. Oh, I guess I could have just used the solid ground. Why the music stopped? I think it's ramping up to something. Oh, like this. Super helpful, thank you. Gun. So the sort of the cool thing about this one is that it'll go. Oh, I've been here. It'll go through walls, whereas it does not. It'll let me get through some stuff. I hate these guys so much. Oh, I haven't been down here. So the first couple of times you fight a new enemy, they always seem to be the life-giving guys. And I always feel like they stop doing that too soon. These guys still seem kind of menacing. But I don't get health from them anymore. I'm sure I will still for some, but... I don't think there's any difference between these blue guys and the red guys, and the red ones just take more damage. Always happy to see the super health guys. too early here, apparently. Seem a little tough getting there. Well, that being said, I don't know where I'm going. Oh, looks like there's back up and to the right. Ice is the worst. Oh, I haven't been to the right. I bet that's where I go. Nothing intimidating about a giant pile of bodies. Perfect height for they're annoying to hit. Oh, no. Oh, hey, we've got our boss symbol. So the boss now is going to be in the red door. You go in the opposite direction. Usually safe point. Very friendly design choice that I appreciate. Seems reasonable. Negotiations have failed. I actually remember the now, guys. Not going well. It'd be great to get done with this, these first 40 minutes without dying. After beating the entire game, you'd think I'd be able to do. That stuff should be cakewalk. However, nothing's ever a cakewalk with me. Liking video games is not people good at them. It's all falling apart. Well, it's looking pretty red. I just had to be the last bullet to kill me. So like the drill, this is another one that they map to a button and don't include in the radio. An important thing throughout the game. A lot of that corruption stuff that we saw earlier, you can use this on and it'll get you past that. And you can often find hidden things with it. You do things like turn the bubbles here into solid objects so that I can stand on them. we go upward. Thank you. So after playing this game, I watched the quick look for this on Giant Bomb. If you don't watch those, you should. They're awesome. And they were talking about how they use this to change enemies, which I did a little bit of throughout the game. Like I could turn that guy, like it stops him from moving. But I guess, and I kind of noticed this, but didn't really think much of it, I guess. But it does something different to every enemy. It's never the same thing. It never, like, it doesn't turn all of them and stop all of them from moving. I just never really thought much of that. But, I don't know, they sort of were talking about it and got me to thinking. Yeah, you could actually do stuff to all of the different enemies. Like, it changes this guy and he now shoots health out, which is something that I feel like would be good to know. And I kind of want to go back and play around and see what it does to guys. But yeah, I totally didn't notice that. Didn't do it to a lot of guys throughout the game. Yeah, it turns these guys into chop through stuff for you. Which I did to those guys at one point because I got down there. But yeah, it just never occurred to me that it's different things to different people. So yeah, that's cool, and a thing that you should know and play with. Yeah, there's even a trophy for I forget what they call it, but doing that to every single enemy in the game. I never read the trophy list, so I try not to care about those, even though I do. Yeah. Totally missed that. I don't know what that did to him. Apparently these guys are completely immune to it. It's very disappointing. It's not cool at all. We're just gonna ignore him. That guy can still hurt me. Yeah, I don't know, maybe it doesn't do, it's not as cool as it seems. It kind of seems to be doing the same thing to everybody. Although it stopped shooting when I hit it. That was nice. Anything happens to these guys, it seems to happen to everybody else. So yeah, one of my favorite game mechanics. Annoying noise when you're low on health. Who doesn't love that? So I've got about 7 minutes left. It would be swell. Find another gun. And the game's fairly well paced. It keeps you, I didn't find this the first time. Huh. Let's explore, shall we? I'm probably gonna die. If I can get that guy. Alright. Didn't seem to do much. I was hoping he'd give me help. So I did find one area like this where you said turn back, it's dangerous. I guess this means that there are a couple of them scattered around. So I don't think I'm in the normal map. But I think it's kind of based on... Oh god. Shouldn't be hit by those guys. But it means that there's probably going to be something good in here. Got hit by that guy. If there's something good in here, I sure do want it. Good. Needed that. Seems like this would be the way one... Oh. The way one would go to find stuff. Ah. It's very similar to a room I was already in. Seems harder. That seems like the right direction. I guess. Also like a room I've already been in. Be very upset if I die. Don't see what's in here. Because just about out of time, so I'm gonna have time to go do it again. Yeah, I'd already been... Oh, I've already been up here. That's not good. Oh! I have 3 minutes left. I'm gonna go back. It looks like I could skip a lot of rooms. Hey, we have to explain death. Apparently the character doesn't know the concept of dying and coming back to life. Not normal. Alright. Don't be dumb. Alright, that was already better. Oh, so I kept my map at least. So yeah, I should be able to just run straight through. I think there was more stuff over to the right. Maybe, we'll head back down. This is where I died last time. Oh, actually... Yeah, so last time apparently I just went in a circle. Very skillfully done, I know. Easy. Switch to is... Love this gun. But it has a time and a place. thing. Really wanted it to be a weapon. So there are some health nodes that you can get that increase your health, and then there are a bunch of little ones around that, as you can see, 1 out of 5. Kind of like Link to the Past-ish, where you get a couple of them, and then it increases. And there's a lot of hidden stuff in this game, so they're everywhere. Let me just make sure there's nothing else hidden about. And that's just that little blank spot to the left of me that I'm suspicious of. It's really wishful thinking. I want there to be something more in here. Health nodes are good though. I mean, it's like... Yeah, I don't think I'm getting in there. Nope, that's... Oh, I didn't go over here. Oh, then let's... Man, a whole new can of worms has just been opened. Go ahead and ignore them. Back up again. Okay, now I'm gonna be pissed if I die. I wasn't expecting there to actually be anything else, so I kind of carelessly went through that last part. Alright, getting back over to the left. Should not have. Good. At least the annoying noise kicks in so late that you can usually... crap. I don't like these guys. Yeah, you can usually stop the annoying noise with one health pickup. I thought that was a wall at first. The game's got my hopes up for more. Although it'll probably just be like a damage node or something. See anything there? Oh, range now. Alright. So now my stuff goes further. It affects this and the drill as well. There are a bunch of range nodes everywhere, and they all, it's nice for this gun because this one has really bad range. I don't think it does anything to this one. But those are everywhere, and you just get one of those and your range increases, and it's great, and that's super helpful, and it's a good object. So yeah, that's the color scheme here is the menu. So that is the first 40 minutes of Axiom Verge. It ramps up quite a bit. There's crazy stuff, a lot of crazy enemies, crazy bosses. You'll get lost a few times. A lot of really cool items that you can get. There's a couple more that aren't, like a couple more abilities that get added that aren't, also aren't in the radial menu. Just things that you get by pushing the other buttons that let you travel around a certain way. I won't ruin what it is, but there's some really neat stuff. I recommend it. It is, how much it costs. It's been on sale a bunch recently with like Black Friday stuff and Cyber Monday. Is that the day of the week? But it looks like its normal price is $19.99, and it's very much worth it. Like I said, I just kind of wanted to play it so that I knew what I was doing and I wouldn't be totally lost when I was doing the first 40 minutes. Although I don't think I would have been. This one made a lot more sense to me than I Am Bread. But I just ended up continuing and keeping going, and and eventually found that I had beaten it. Had no problems getting through this one. The more video games I play as I get older, I find that I have a harder time sticking with games that don't immediately hook me. I'll recognize, like, oh, this is kind of cool. Like some of this stuff happening here, but I won't finish a lot of games. I'll always insist that I'm going to. Evil Within is kind of like one of those, I want to play more of it, but it's not like, when I sit down to play something, it's not the first thing on my mind, and I'm not super excited to come back and keep playing video games. Maybe between playing that game and reading a book, I'll decide to read a book. And, just make other decisions that prevent me from beating the game. But yeah, when one hooks me, it's just straight through to the end. And that, I find the more games that I play is happening less often for me. But this one got me, and right through to the end, and finished it relatively quickly, even in the holidays where I'm town for a little while and have a lot of other stuff going on. It's a really good game, cannot recommend it highly enough, especially if you were around during Super Metroid days and you thought that was really fun. I was actually a little worried about this because I knew that it was supposed to be sort of like that, and I wasn't sure if Super Metroid, I know if I play Super Metroid now, it will still be fun. But it's hard to tell how much of that is nostalgia versus like actual legitimate, like that kind of game is still fun these days. And I would sort of assume that the barrier would be if you don't know where you go. Like in Super Metroid, I know exactly where to go and what to do and where to find things. I probably couldn't 100% it from memory, but certainly beating it would be really easy. And if it was harder, I don't know if you would stick through it, whereas this is an example of that, whereas I didn't know where to go, obviously, because it's new. There's no nostalgia other than sort of the graphical look, because I've never played it before. And yeah, it still works. If done well, this style of gameplay can still be super lot of fun. And I guess we saw that with the game that Chair. Thinking of a thing that I can't remember. So I'm just gonna abandon that thought. Yeah, the Metroidvania games can still be fun, and this one is, and you should play it. And I think that's all the rambling I will do. Thanks for watching again. I'll come back and do another one of these. I thought I was gonna do one for, well, I'm bad with thinking of stuff right now. There it is. Sorry. For Dishonored, I've got it all queued up and ready to go. I kind of want to, well, I have played that before on Xbox 360. I don't remember much of it, but yeah, I may do that one, or I may just do Fallout or something. I just got that, so I'm kind of itching to play it. That one I may start without having ever played it before, because I played Fallout. I know roughly what it'll do. So yeah, stay tuned for that, maybe in the near future, or Dishonored, or maybe I'll just get some random whim and end up doing something that I didn't see coming, like Axiom Verge. Alright, that is all.